To Georgia, vacant land becomes more valuable.
And scammers, they're looking to make some easy money off selling land that isn't even theirs. Those sham sellers, they're now targeting Lamar County, that's south of Atlanta, where a significant amount of residential development is happening right now. Atlanta News First investigative reporter Anastasia Olmos joins us now, and you uncovered some things in this, didn't you?
That's right. You know, this type of fraud, it's actually easier than the average real estate scam because there's no home on the land that requires a key to show potential buyers. And for the fraud that we found here in Lamar County, we found that the scammers, they're targeting at least 7 property owners who live out of state.
Just land. A lot of land.
It's a lot of land.
20.65 acres.
In Barnesville, Georgia.
I purchased the land in 1996.
While stationed at the former Fort Gillum, 31-year-old Army Sergeant Tracy Quintella Brown saw this land as her future.
My plan was once I retired that I would build my retirement home on this land.
Now about 1 year away from that dream,
I started to do the research to see what was in the area because I don't do much cooking.
While looking at restaurants near her vacant property, a Zillow ad popped up.
I don't know why or how because I didn't put it up for sale.
Her entire life's dream listed for $175,000.
The realtor company didn't give me any information at all.
Then she saw she had a voicemail, and when she called the man back,
he said something like, "We got a contract on your lot."
Her name was electronically signed on the contract. The contact number wasn't her phone, and whoever this was didn't even spell her name right in the email address. Veterans Day week, Brown drove down from Virginia to meet with Atlanta News First Investigates so we could figure out what was going on.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
We found Edward Turner, the man who left the voicemail. He lives next door to Brown's property and wanted to buy her land to build a pond for his son. To his surprise, the seller accepted $75,000 less than asking.
This is that night where they say congratulations.
Turner was just hours away from wire transferring $100,000 to who he thought was Brown when she returned his call.
Had I not received that call, we wouldn't have known that it was fraud until possibly weeks later.
But it isn't just Brown's property. Atlanta News First Investigates found several real estate agents across Lamar County who were seeing similar red flags with properties that they were listing for sale, like this one.
That is the fake driver's license.
Real estate agent Danny Turner says another realtor contacted him about a fake out-of-state driver's license from a seller, which prompted him to triple-check his listings.
The man that this guy was portraying was a friend of mine's uncle. And I called my friend, and he said, yeah, Uncle Gary's not selling his land.
Down the street, realtor Joseph Sims caught the same sham.
In Florida, your license number starts with your last initial.
This man's last name started with an M, but the number started with an O. Sims says he checked an online background database called Forewarn to verify the information, and when he called the number listed,
he says, that's my license that expired 4 years ago. That's not my picture.
Prior to September, we haven't had any real estate fraud cases ever. This is the first time.
The Lamar County Sheriff's Office confirmed they're investigating at least 7 fraudulent property listings from August through October, including a report from the county tax assessor's office stating someone filed fraudulent deeds on 4 vacant properties.
It could be the same person, could be multiple people. Don't know.
In at least 2 cases, the sham seller said they were traveling to London for a wedding, but investigators don't think they even live in the U.S.
A lot of the phone numbers don't originate from the United States.
I'm just grateful that we made contact in time.
Now it's back to planning her dream home.
About 7 acres forward is where I picture it.
And maybe a small pond for her new neighbor.
No, that's on the backside, maybe.
Now, the FBI tells us that they are aware of this type of fraud happening around Georgia, and people should report it. We tried to contact the real estate agent with Coldwell Banker who listed Brown's property and wrote that contract, but we have not heard back. Now, the best way for realtors to avoid falling victim is to check a seller's information with the tax assessor's office or land records with the Superior Court clerk. Now, if you don't pay for a database like Forewarn, simply Google the person to see if you can match any information. As you saw in that story, verify driver's licenses for errors and inconsistencies, and if possible, sign those contracts in person or with an attorney present with each party. Now, we have this information as well as steps you can take to protect your property as a landowner. That's on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. I'm Anastasia Olmos. Atlanta News First investigates.